good afternoon, good evening, whenever you get to see this video, if you so choose. I am back working on my October dailies for my virtual craft fair. I've had some questions already about the virtual craft fair. I will get into that. You guys, this might be a marathon, so bear with me. The storm has passed, so hopefully the internet will be better than it was last night. I picked up this ribbon. It's hard to tell, but this is a dark blue, black, and this beautiful lilac color. These are from Joann's. They were 99 cents. That's a good price. I like that price. I don't know how much comes in. I didn't even pay attention. 10 yards. Oh, that's awesome. I just really wanted this really thin ribbon. I don't have any in my stash. I basically got two blacks, it looks like. I was in a hurry. I also picked up this this Tim Holtz fabric linen tape. So I'm excited about this. We may end up using those. I also brought in a few stamp sets from my stash. This is from my friend Rhonda. Thanks, Rhonda. I've used it. It's dirty, see? I love these. And I also brought in this one and this one. Okay, so let's get going, get straight into it. If we're going to have a marathon, it's going to be a marathon of crafting and talking, not just talking. All right, so where we left off yesterday, if you watched, was I had cut and backed. Did I tear these? I think I tore a few of them with you. But we backed all these with notebook paper. I did the full sheets and then I tore them in half with my ruler. And then me and Sparkle Heart ink blended. She had so much fun helping me ink blend these. You might be able to guess which ones, but I think she got pretty darn good at it last night. So when we got done, I counted it all up and I was like, wow, we have enough for 3 October dailies. So that's how many I'm making of this style for the September craft fair. And then I brought in all of these amazing printables. Now these are full size versus the small size that I did for my mini October dailies, but I think a lot of them will actually work. In fact, I was looking and I think these tags are going to be perfect. So yay for that. Love these tags. I love all these pieces. Okay, so let me jump into my own video here so I can see y'all's comments. I've got a few people watching already. Good morning. Hi, Vicky. Good morning. Hi, Salia. So Salia. I never know. TR, good morning. TR, do you still have the same mailing address? Oh, yes, she would. She would love that. It's so funny because when we were at the crop, our friend Erin Reed brought her daughter and they crafted until like 11 p.m. I was a little bit jealous. Sparkle Heart usually won't craft with me. Okay, I'm not going to bore y'all to tears, but I hope not anyways. That's not the goal. That's never the goal. I have these scraps. So I mass cut, and this is how many sheets I cut at a time. My card bases, because I have a big industrial paper cutter. And so these are the scraps that I have left over from cutting. I think this one is left over from cutting 5x7s. I don't know, and I don't really know, and it doesn't really matter. But these, I just can't throw them away. So I'm glad this morning that I have them because I want to make these little mini albums basically with one of these systems. Now this one I might not use because it's been in my craft room. It's had a hard time. But what I want to do is I don't really want to cut into these pages. So what I'm going to end up doing is adhering these pages to these scraps that I have and putting my holes through them. Okay, so I'm going to want to adhere those to these. We'll only do enough for one here today because watching me glue things down can't be that much fun, especially if it's the same thing over and over. So we're going to decorate these scraps. That's the first thing we'll do so that the things can dry. Okay, and then we'll do some cutting. We'll do whatever. Like I said, this might be a marathon, so bear with me. So I decided, and y'all can tell me what y'all think, but I was kind of playing around with how I wanted my pages to be, and I just decided to keep it simple and that the book will flip like this. So the bottom page will always be like the decorative page, and the top page will always be the lined paper, the ink blended lined paper. And I like it. I think what I like about it is it's not too random. Like in a busy book, it's kind of nice to have a pattern for me, rather than if I kept switching it around and, like, you know, sometimes it's the lined paper, sometimes it's the pattern paper kind of thing. I like the feel of this. So I think that's how that's gonna go. All right, so let me get these out of the way. Let me get my other scraps out of the way because I don't want to get them dirty. We'll keep them clean for a future project. I have plenty. I also have a giant mess. As I said, I don't know, maybe yesterday in a live or in a different live, if you hear things crashing, it's okay. Everything's fine. It's just my craft room. It's special condition right now. Okay, so I'm always thinking mass making. Good morning, Michelle. I don't want to do things one by one when I'm making like a whole bunch of things. So I'm gonna lay these out. I got my big stamps out. I was looking for another one because my craft room is in such special condition. I can't find it. But I got this one, so I'm gonna get all my background, not all, I'm gonna get some of my background stamps out, and I'm just gonna like stamp these, right? And get a whole bunch done at one time. Both are pronounced opposite. Sala. Right? I think what trips me up is I'm like, well, it's kind of like Sally, but with an out the Y. But then I want to say Sala for some reason. Sorry. I don't like butchering people's names. Oh, that's about to be upside down. We don't want that. Okay. So, craft roulette was fun last night. It was so awesome. Everybody just went over and hung out. It was great cheering on Danny. I love the cards that they made. I did not make one. I was working on these pages. Well, cooking for the family, eating with the family, and then working on these pages. So, like, sometimes I kind of fall off on the comments, you know, because I got other things going on simultaneously. Ooh, I like that. I don't need a whole lot because these are just going to have holes punched in them. But I couldn't leave them stark white either. I'm not going to sit here and ink blend all these because that feels tedious. And I don't do tedious too well these days. So Distress Oxide Spray to the rescue. Bam. Okay, let's see how many we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Flip them over. I need to clean off my desk. I don't want to get this oxide spray on my stamps. See, we're already halfway there. Well, okay, we're a quarter of the way there. Let's have some baby wipes. What are y'all doing this weekend? Who's crafting? I haven't made a card for them. And you know what? The last few times I made a card for Craft Roulette, I even made videos showing my cards, and then I never got them submitted on time. I'm terrible about that. I've got to get over that because I want to submit them. I love submissions. That's one of my favorite parts of the show, really, is just seeing what everyone made. All the creative ideas, all the different ways people interpret the parameters. I just love it. All right. I think these are dry enough, but my mat is really wet. Let me grab a different. These microfiber cloths don't really pick up moisture. They just kind of spread it around. Paper towel to the rescue. I rescue these paper towels from around the house and reuse them in my craft room. Okay, so here we go. I think on this side we'll do flowers. Now, Sparkle Heart and I decided that we wanted a rainbow, right? So that's why some of our pages have purple around the edges, some have green. We have different colors. So I'm going to pull in this much loved Simon Says stamp. Oh, that's pretty. I guess I was trying to save that. Something went wrong. And I didn't want to throw away what I'd worked on. Oh, cool. You're crafting on Facebook with your daughter, Vicki. That's awesome. I'm going to be testing some stuff here on my channel at 2 o'clock with my friend Elizabeth. She's helping me get going. She does most of her channel is all live. And so she's really good at it. And she's going to help me test and set up so I can do lives so that I could send someone a Zoom link and they can come on live with me. I want to do that on my channel. I want to do it with, you know, other channels like her and Debbie J and different people, but I also want to do it with people who don't have a channel. Like if Vicki wanted to come on and craft with me one evening, I could send her a Zoom link, and if she's comfortable sharing her camera, don't ever have to share your face. I don't like sharing my face, so just a hands down approach like y'all always see here. I'm really excited to get it going. I've been wanting to get it going for a while, and you know, I'm just like, squirrel. Hey, oh my gosh, you're catching me live. All right, there we go. Do another one. One thing I like about red rubber is it kind of just falls off your paper, whereas clear stamps stick. Okay. Okay, let me grab another color of Distress Oxide Spray. We'll do Cracked Pistachio. fossilized amber. When I bought my Distress Oxide sprays, you guys, I just built a rainbow, so I picked like one green, one yellow, one pink, one blue, one purple. I need to shake these up. They haven't been used in a while. I don't think the fossilized amber has ever been used. So it needs the most shaky love. All right, here we go. So, yeah, no school today. Whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness, my son went back to middle school. Went back to public school and is in 7th grade. It's his first time in 2 years, so he missed going to school in 5th grade and 6th grade. But I am so proud of him, you guys. He's really doing good. Hey, Dawn. Hey, I got your message. It wasn't last night. It was this morning. You can call me today. It's totally fine. All right. I love yellow, so we'll just go with yellow right now. Okay, so now we have the front and back of these little strips of paper done. 8 of them, just like that. Okay, so now we just need 8 more. I really kind of want to clean this up with something. That's a lot of ink to just abandon on the table or into my microfiber cloth. Let me see if I can find something. I'll just use this notebook paper. We'll use it for something. Yeah, so I'm going to be working on these journals, these 3 October dailies. Of course, I'm like, you guys, once I start something, I just get it done. So, of course, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to finish these this weekend, then over the week, in the evenings, because I don't think I have to work overtime next week. I can work on my big junk journal, and then anything I make after that for the craft fair will just be bonus. Oh, my handprint in yellow. Okay, let me get 8 more strips. I love this glass mat, you guys. How do y'all like it versus the black? I'm not tech savvy either, Vicki. Not one bit. Not at all. So I understand. But if y'all were to call in and Zoom with me, you don't really have to be tech savvy. You just join in the Zoom call like you would do any other time. And I do all the techie stuff, which Elizabeth is going to teach me because I'm not tech savvy. And I really only want to be just because I want to craft with friends. I don't want to be tech savvy otherwise. It's the truth. Okay, so Vicki is crafting with her daughter today. What about some of you other guys? Do y'all have plans? I'm going to bring back in the stamp because I just like the way it falls off my paper. I know, right? That's why I want to do this, because there's a lot of people who don't have channels, but I think that they would come on and craft with me. And I think Zoom is a really approachable medium for most people after the pandemic. We all had to get comfortable with Zoom, right? So that's why I want that, because I want it to be something that people are already familiar with. They don't have to worry. They just have to have a camera set up so that we can see what they're working on. Don't have to show your face. None of that stuff. I had so much fun at the crop with Letty. Oh, crafting with people is a whole lot of fun. She and I are going to try to get together and craft in person together once a month. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so let's grab some cracked pistachio. We don't have this color yet. Golly, that stamp is so beautiful. I love that stamp. If y'all are wondering, if I can find where I put, there it is. This is an older Spellbinder stamp, a Tammy Tudoro stamp. I don't know what it's called, but it's the scripty one, Designer Series. Well, there's the number. I don't know if they still sell it, but if you're curious about the scripty stamp, that's where that's from. Okay, let's get these picked up. Let's pick up this color. I think we're going to pick up this stamp impression too. It'll just be mirrored. Yeah. This is one fancy piece of notebook paper. She's fancy. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, there's nothing like quiet sometimes, right? I know that feeling. You know, with my kids going back to school, I work from home. And it's just so quiet. I turn all the lights out. Because when my family's home, every light in the house is on. You know what I mean? And so I just turn all the lights off when everyone's gone to school. And I work quietly at my desk for hours upon hours. It's been 2 years since that's been possible. Or 2.5. So, I don't know. I would rather have them home with me. I'm not going to lie. But I cannot educate my children as well as I would like to and work. Like, that's just... I made it work during the pandemic, but that's not a long-term solution for our family. Plus, like, my son got to join orchestra and the theater group. I mean, there's opportunities they don't get at home. Socialization. So, I'm happy for him. Plus, this mom has to learn how to let go, right? I would just keep my babies with me. Like the mother from Anastasia. Stay with me. Everything will be fine. Especially with this crazy world we live in. It's so tempting. But we've got to let them go. All right. Ooh, I want purple. I know I have a purple. I just have to find it real quick. Yay. It's right there. Of course it is. It's okay. Things are falling. It's okay. It's all right. I'm running over things in my chair. I'm really sensitive. Sharkus, hi. I'm really sensitive to sound. You know, my son's on the autistic spectrum. And when I was doing my research and answering questionnaires and doing all the things, I was like, you know what? I think I'm on the spectrum. I think I have been undiagnosed on the spectrum my whole life. And one of the things I'm really sensitive to is a lot of sound, or loud sound for long. Like when I watch TV, I watch it quietly. I like to do things quietly. And our family, when we all get together, it gets kind of loud and I can get overstimulated. It's just overstimulating. The good thing about discovering these things about myself late in life is it feels like, oh, there's a reason for that part, that quirky part of me, and I'm not alone, and it helps me connect with my son. I can relate to my son. My son is so much like me that I can help him. So it's actually quite beautiful. I don't have any kind of negative feelings about it at all, honestly. I'm honored that I haven't been diagnosed, but I don't really feel like I need to be diagnosed. But I just feel like I can relate to him more and help him process more and help him accept more. All right. Oh, you know what I need to do? Oh, it's so pretty. I love this color so much. Seedless Preserves, one of my all-time favorite Tim colors. I need to go back and clean these. I like to clean these nozzles after I use them. I love these sprays, you guys. When I got these, I got one other brand because I wanted to compare. I got the Dino Wakley, and I wanted something different, and they are latex, not latex, I think they're acrylic. There's some kind of different, they're not like these are ink. There's some sort of paint spray. And they're cool, but these are my favorite. Okay, we now have enough strips to go at the top of our papers, and we have a rainbow of colors just like our papers, so yay for that. Elizabeth would be so proud, but she will not be seeing this live. She's sleeping, maybe. Oh, I want to run some down the middle of that one. Okay. Alrighty then. We are done with that part. And I know some of them are dry enough to glue. So we'll do that real quick. I'm kind of like, when I realized I had enough for 3 October dailies, it's like, maybe I want to keep one. I just think it's such a fun concept. And like, I want to use washi tape and pictures and all the things. I just think it'd be so fun. So here we are, ready to do this part. Again, I'm using my Line Co. bookbinding glue, so I know it's totally fine. It will bind this long term. Okay, probably could have lined that up. Let's do this the proper way. That's why I have a mat. So I'm going to line this up square here. Yes, that's square. I had to stand over it. Put my glue back down. And I think these strips are just ever so slightly longer than the paper, which I'm also fine with. There, let's get these. Let's have a system, shall we? At least somewhat. Some of my, because I tore the pages, they're not exactly even. See? These are going to be cute. This will flip up this way. I like that it's going to add this decoration to my lined pages. So fun. Okay, We just need to do that 15 more times. Okay, so I need to keep these in order. I'm going to alternate, so let me separate these real quick. I'm going to alternate my colors. Me too. Oh, Sharkus, I'm creating a October daily. And so right now I have these scraps of paper that I just did some spritzing and stamping on. These are going, this is where my holes are going to be to hold my book together. I didn't want to put holes in these beautiful pages here. So instead, I'm adhering my beautiful pages to these scraps that we just decorated. And this then is going to be the place for my binding. So I'm making 3 of these in all. I'm only going to do 1, I think, at a time here live. And then, you know, I'll show y'all the steps live. I think I kind of need a template, you guys. Yeah, I do. I kind of need a template. That's the next thing we're going to do. I want y'all to be able to recreate these if you want to, or something like it. I mean, you know, when you watch something that I do, you might not recreate exactly what I create, but you can at least maybe take some tips with you so you can recreate something similar. And maybe you'll be like, yeah, I'm not going to do it that way. She was just figuring that out, right? But already, just on our second page, I realized I do need a template for this. So let me create one of those real quick. I'm going to grab one of my plain strips over here. And then I'm going to grab this scrap right here. Okay. Bye, babe. Love you. You too. All right. So I need a template to make me happy. Then what I'll be able to do is move much faster. Okay, so I'm going to put this glue down. I'm going to put this down, kind of square it up. And then I'll move it with this. This is my original template. Okay, I need to move that up a little. Okay, let's try this again. Hubby's off to work. That's one reason why Saturday is my crafty day. I'm off work. He goes to work. And the kids usually just want a day where they can just veg out a little bit. You know what I mean? And be without stimulus, without interruption. But we also run errands together on Saturdays. I don't just film or craft all day. Okay, now you guys, I have a template. Perfect. Let's go with that. Okay, so I need this one next. So I'm going to lay that on my template. Now I'm going to put my glue down. Oh, this feels so awesome. I have a guide. I need a guide. Okay. Now I just plop this one down. And this is actually really good because some of, like I was saying, some of my pages aren't torn exactly even. And so this way with my template here, I'll just know it's okay if it's not torn perfectly even. How am I laying these? I got to keep these in order, you guys. Okay. Oh, this is just going to move right along. Yippee. We'll flip. No, we're going to stay consistent. Glue. Lay it down where this little strip is supposed to go. Dr. Shrub is good. He's he's my biggest, he's my rock, you guys. He's so awesome. When I was like, hey, I have this idea, he kind of always looks at me like, oh boy, what is going on in her head? What is coming up next? What is going to happen next in our life? I was like, I want to do a virtual craft fair. And then I told him my ideas, and he's like, I love that idea. I think that's a great idea. You should totally do that. I was like, yay. So, kind of like with the Uvalde craft fair or card drive, you know, I need his support. I need his sign off, right? Because we're a team. And I'm surprised he's like, you know, because it was the first week of school and stuff for our kids, and there are certain challenges that come with that. And so I was a little surprised. He was just like, yeah, totally. You should do that. That's a great idea. I was like, awesome. So he's the best. Oh, I know. You know what? We have to change a class this week. Our son had chosen, he had 3 electives. He chose soccer, orchestra, and theater. He did a full week of soccer and was like, nope, that's not for me. He wants to like leisurely play soccer. He does not want to like committedly play soccer is what we're saying, which is fine. And to be honest, he's like, Mom, I'm just afraid it's too much for me. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you for setting boundaries, recognizing things. Like, I don't want you to act out of fear, but if you can, you know, reasonably sit there and reason and think, you know what, maybe I'm taking on more than I can manage. You know, it's first year back after 2 years of being out of public school, being in 7th grade, after, you know, he left school in the second semester of 4th grade, public school, and came home. And, like, they left for spring break and never went back in 2020. So I was like, look, I'm proud of you. You know, a lot of things in life, you're going to be more successful if you can set boundaries for yourself. So, you know, it's totally fine. You tried it. You want to spend more time focusing on violin and theater. I respect that. You can't, you know, if you try to do all the things, you can't do them well, right? It's better to narrow your choices to the things you're really interested in and give more effort and do a better job in those things. So, you know, some family members are like, oh, don't let him quit. And it's like, it's not a matter of quitting. You know, he is learning to play the violin. So his father, Dr. Shub, played the violin all the way through college. He played the violin, and but we let NZ choose. You know, it was all his choice. He chose orchestra over a band, so strings over wind, and then he had a choice between bass, cello, violin, and viola, and he chose the violin. I remember when I was in middle school, band was just starting. I went to a really small school, and they needed more trumpets. So the band leader made me play trumpet, and I hated it. I just didn't like it. I wanted to play saxophone. My friend played saxophone. I would play around on her saxophone, and I loved it. But I didn't get to pick, and so I was really adamant that NZ get to pick what he wanted, you know, whatever he wanted, no pressure, what he wanted to play. And he's actually always been intrigued by the violin since he was little, because his dad would play, his grandparents play in an orchestra. They play cello, and his grandmother plays piano. She was an elementary music teacher for her career. And so they've grown up with these instruments. They've grown up going to the orchestra concerts all the time. So, and he's always just shown an interest in violin. Exactly. They have to choose, right? Like, I don't want him sitting on a soccer field going, I'm only doing this to make my dad happy. I don't want him sitting in a, you know, fifth chair in violin going, God, I hate this so much, because he didn't choose it. Like, he has to choose. You know, and that was the big seller for me with him, sending him back to public school. Is like, look, you get to choose. So much of, you know, your life in elementary school is people telling you where to go and what to do and all the things, but in middle school you get to choose. And so that was like that was his that was what sold him on middle school. And so he does totally get to choose. It's also a huge bonus that his orchestra teacher loves the Beatles like as much as my son loves the Beatles. And so the orchestra hall where they practice and stuff has like Beatles memorabilia all over the place, and her office is got Beatles everywhere, and so they connect on that, and I love that. And it was so cool because when he met his theater teacher, she was asking him, you know, are you more of a stage, you know, backstage person? Are you a stage person? And he was like, yeah, I'm more of a behind the scenes guy. I want to be a director. And she's like, awesome. You're the only one who's chosen that role, so you can be my assistant director. And he was just like, what? Really? Oh, he's so excited. It's just so sweet. So she already let him help direct some improv sketches that they did this week. The kids got to write like a scary Halloween short, and he got to help her direct those. So I think he's in the right place. Clarinet and sax, that's cool. Oh, wow. I think it's so good as we age to take on new things. Like my father-in-law has been learning Spanish for like the last 5 years. I think it's good for the brain to keep learning. My dad used to tease me that he was like, if you could be a professional student, you would, because I would just take any class because I'm curious. I'm a very curious person. And I would just take the class out of curiosity, not because I wanted to major in it. And he was just like, you're never going to finish your degree if you don't just like stay in your lane. And he's right. I didn't. I finished online with an online school, but like college wise, I kept wanting to go to all the classes and learn all the things if I could. That's right. You have to be very motivated. That's right. Yeah, you know, Sala, I was talking to my brother about that because my dad left his family when he was 13 and started his life. He had a very traumatic childhood, and at 13, my dad had a very cool story. Which I can't imagine. My son's 12. I cannot imagine him leaving our family in a year and setting out on his own for the rest of his life. Like what? But anyways, he was from East Texas, and he got an opportunity to run moonshine from Texas to California. And so he was 13. He wasn't even old enough to drive, but he totally did it. And that's how he got away from his family, is he started running moonshine from Texas to California. But so he had a very different story, a very different life experience. And so sometimes, you know, I was definitely a dreamer, and he'd be like, yeah, those are like fun hobbies for you to have, but what are you really going to do? What's your, you know, you need like a skill set, you need a trade, you need something. And so we weren't really encouraged to be too dreamy. He was much more street smart and common sense kind of guy. Okay, so here we have our pages. This is a good start. Let's do something else. Let's cut some of these. So what I want to do, let's dream about these pages together. Oh, that's so sweet, Vicky. Sparkle Heart has done dance since she was 3, and she started doing musical theater a year before the pandemic, and she loved it. She wants to learn Bollywood, so right now we have a large Indian population here in the Austin area because we have a lot of tech here. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize, but a lot of them do attend like the Dell campus, and they're in the tech industry. Anyway, so I did find out that we have a Bollywood dance theater nearby in a neighboring city. And so that's what Carmen wants to do. We said, like, once we get the school year sorted out, we get everybody on schedule and everyone in their places, then we would start her with Bollywood dancing. So that's exciting. I think she's going to have a whole lot of fun. Even though naturally she's more flamenco. But that's okay. She can discover flamenco later. Thanks to YouTube, for years now, I've shown her different dances from around the world. She's just a beautiful dancer, just naturally, it's just in her. And so, because she'd get a little bored in ballet, and I understand that. I took tap and ballet and modern when I was growing up. Definitely modern was more of what I was into. But all of it is a good thing. Like, I think getting them dancing young, they learn a lot. You know, following instructions. They just learn. There's a lot that they learn besides ballet by taking ballet classes. So I'm so glad we did it. But she started to get a little bored with ballet, and so we did musical theater. But then she was like, but I really want to dance. So I got on YouTube, and for a while, I would just show her like African dancing, like Nigerian, and go through like different regions of Africa and show different types of dancing that they do. And then I showed her flamenco, and once I showed her Bollywood, that was it. She's like, so she's wanted to do Bollywood for a long time. She just loves it. And then the new Miss Marvel is out, and she just loves the music. She loves how fun it looks. She loves all the hand motions, the neck motion. She just loves everything Bollywood. So we're going to get her in it. These papers are beautiful, aren't they, Dawn? You know, guys, I love watercolors so much. And I love how these look like, and they probably were. They were illustrated like with watercolor. These are all Tsunami Rose, tsunami-rose.net. She's on Etsy. I'm so excited to be on this design team. I'm so excited to share her products with you guys. They're not only great for junk journals, but they're great for card making, for everything. I probably should have had a few of these cut out already. And I love printables. I've always loved printables. I think they're awesome. Okay, so there's another one. One thing I want to do inside these dailies is also add some acetate pages. So let's do that real quick. I'll show you my acetate. Dun, da, da, dun. Okay. So this is I will get a link for it for you guys through Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate now, and I do buy this off Amazon. But it's a PVC transparent binding covers, and they're nice and thick. They're wonderful. They make good card bases if you want to make acetate card bases. So this is 8.5 by 11. It's 10 mil. You got to have that 10 mil, okay? Anyways, I want to add 2 acetate pages to each one of these October dailies. So, get those out. I'm just going to cut them with this trimmer. And I don't know how big these are. We're going to have to figure that out. I haven't measured them yet. It was great because they were just a half sheet, kind of, but now that I added this, they're going to be bigger. So yeah, now they're 6. I wish I had this acetate in a 12 by 12. That would be perfect. Let me make sure I'm catching all y'all's comments. Sorry. It kind of stopped on me. Hey, good morning, Desiree. Welcome, welcome. I'm crafting for a virtual craft fair I want to do here on YouTube. And I'm making some October dailies. Okay, so it was about 6 inches. Yes, perfect. Let's see how wide it is. Just at 7, the tiniest smidge of a hair over 7. There we go. I'll save these. It's just a little strip, but I'm gonna save it because this can be something. That could be like a pop-up feature on a card or whatever. Okay, we now have like an acetate page. This one, we can make a half page. I mean, there are no rules. These are kind of junk journals slash mini albums. They're really more junk journals than mini albums. So we'll just do a sliver, and then this will be our only scraps. If I can pick it up off my from each page, from each sheet. I can live with that. And then see, this one will just be like more of a half sheet, or not even a half sheet, but okay. Now we've got some acetate to put in our album. I went to a class at the Crop. Y'all want to see? It's not done. And I do have a video coming out of my haul from the scrapbook expo I went to last weekend. And I kind of show this unfinished album from this class. Letty and I just took one class. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's right. Anyways, so we played, I wanted to take this class because they played with acetate and a mini album. And I really liked this. And I was thinking, well, because I haven't finished it yet, I was thinking, oh, I could use this as a template, these pieces, but I think they're a little too big. Let's just look and see. But yeah, this is super fun, super cute little mini album that is yet to be finished. I honestly, well, we just didn't have time. Like, no one in the class was supposed to finish. We were just supposed to get the basic construction down. I think it's still too big. Well, it's not too bad, actually. I don't mind having it hanging off the sides. because then my ephemera can hang off from the pages. So I'm not mad at it. I actually don't mind this size. So I could use this as my template for my front and back cover. The other thing I like about this album is, I know Shark is right, that, oh, I have to tell you about this shaker. This is crazy, y'all. So this map is a map of Texas. It's an old vintage map that the teacher in the class just pre-cut. Well, she drew around the shaker and then we had to trim it down to fit in our boot. But this is what's crazy, is that these were randomly handed out to us, and no two people got the same Texas map page, because it was all one big map that she trimmed out. So no one got the same image. But inside this boot, and I know y'all won't really be able to see it, is the hometown where my father is buried and where I grew up. No lie, right up there. And the town where, like, I first moved when I moved out of college. The town on here is where my parents moved after all the kids moved out and moved away. That's that town. And it's just so funny that I got the little piece of map that has, like, my hometown in it. I just couldn't believe it. I felt like it was a sign that I was in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? I love things like that. Okay. The other thing I really like about this design is these tabs. See how they did this? Like, this one's wider, this one's even wider, and then that one's, see? So I like these little tabs. And when the album's finished, you embellish each little tab. It's so cute. So, if I used this as a template, it would be too short, because see, my page would be hanging out here. Can't have our pages hanging out. They might get damaged. But I can use this as a template if I want for my front and back cover of these October dailies. And I think that would actually be kind of perfect, just because I like the overhang. It's going to protect the contents within the album. So let's work on our covers. Oh, here's a picture. This is from Just Crop. Like I said, I did share it in my video, but there's kind of how the finished album looks. I'm not like a cowgirl kind of, like, I'm born and raised in Texas, but like, I'm probably one of the few oddballs that doesn't listen to country music. I don't have a pair of boots. Like, it's not really my thing, but sometimes, because I was born and raised here, I love that kind of stuff. Okay. Yes, I think this is gonna work. Okay, so these covers are like this really thick chipboard that I don't have, and I'm not gonna stress about it. But what I do have, as I kick my light around, is a bunch of cereal boxes. I save them all, and we eat a lot of cereal. You guys, I'm like a teenager. Yeah, I use the Canon, I have it linked usually in the description box of my channel, and I can feed, it will automatically feed at least 65-pound weight, but it'll go up to 80 depending on the paper, you know, because not all of them have the same. They'll say 80 pounds, but really it's not like there's just different types of weights. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Okay, so what I want to do, because I do want my covers to be a little hefty, is I want to double my cereal box. I have chipboard, but I'm just going to use cereal box because I have a whole lot of that too. So I'm just trimming this down. Desiree is totally right though. If you have the option for a manual feed, that's going to be really good. I like my printer because it's, what do they call it? It's the Canon. You pour the ink in. So in Epson, they call it an eco tank. And Canon, I don't know if they call it a super tank. They call it something. But I buy bottles. I'll grab them real quick. I buy bottles of ink and just pour my ink in so I don't have cartridges. Everything's fine. Things just, there's always an avalanche. All right. These are the bottles of ink that I just literally pour ink into my printer. And I just refilled it for the first time. And I think I've owned it for like a year and a half. And I do printables all the time. So if you are looking for a printer because you want to do printables and junk journals, please get an eco tank. Please get a super tank or whatever they call it where you can fill up the ink because they last. They last. They last. They're totally worth it. And my ink would have lasted a little bit longer, but I try to clean the print heads more frequently, which uses more ink. But we use my printer not only for my printables and like, you know, crafty endeavors, but we use the same printer for all of our home printing. My mom uses it. My family next door uses it. Like, everybody uses it. Okay. This cereal box is going to be great. Okay. Let me grab... I put this away too quick. This is a little bit smaller, but I still think it'll be fine. I'm wondering if I can double it. Let's do some measuring. That would be cool. Okay, so this is almost 12 inches, not quite. And these were 6, so I don't think we're going to be able to double this by just folding it over because I want a little bit of space. At the top and the bottom. Okay. Just double checking my measurements. Yeah, it's definitely 6. Okay. So I'm going to trim this down. I don't want to trim my acetate, which is hanging out over here, being clear and trying to... There we go. Let's move that. All right, I'm going to use my mat here and kind of mark this off. I'm going to do 6.5. Trying to get a straight line. Oh, I'll just use my big trimmer. Cosmo's Crafty Mom, hi. That's right. Desiree, you're just the best. Well, if you can't print on heavy paper, Sharkus, I don't know if you saw what I did yesterday, but I basically took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for these sheets that I made. Okay, so I printed these 2 copies to 1 page. Okay, so when you go into your printer settings and you're like, how many prints or copies do you want, and then you can choose, like I use a Mac, but it'll say like you can choose 2, 4, I think it's all even, 6, 8, and it'll automatically take whatever image you were wanting to print, because these are designed, let me pull out the, where did I put that? These are designed to be full pages. But I didn't want to make full-size journals. I mean, I do. I'm going to make one full-size journal. But I wanted to make these half journals. And so I printed 2 to a page. So then, and I printed it on thinner paper, Sharkus. This is like not quite copy weight. It's like 28. And I think copy paper is 20. But then, before I cut these down, right, so these came 2 to a page. There's a video, my live video yesterday, where I showed you this. Then it printed 2 to a page, so it printed 2 just like this on an 8.5 by 11. Then before I did any trimming or cutting, I just took a sheet of notebook paper, like so, and I used glue sticks, and I glued my notebook paper to every one of my big sheets. Then later on, I came back and cut it down to the half size. That way it minimized how many times I was having to cover the back of these. And now these are a really nice weight, really. You don't need it any thicker than this for a journal page. So if you can't print on thick paper, you know, you could try something like that. This is our cleanup from today. I'm really liking it. All right. So don't let that stop you is all I'm trying to say. This big old Mamba Jamba is going to cut no problem through 2 of these at once. And we're doing 6.5. Yeah, like butter. Not a problem. Okay, so now, actually I only have one cover because I wanted to show you also that if all you have is cereal board, but you want it to be thick and sturdy, just double your cereal board. So what I'm going to do, I have a thicker chipboard, but I wanted to show you this. Then just glue your cereal board together. I'm never shy about my glue. And then that will thicken it up. So you might have to thicken up your printables, and you might have to thicken up your chipboard, but now that's a nice, thicker, more sturdy chipboard. And these 2 pieces I'll save for a smaller album because I act like I lived in the Great Depression and I don't throw things away. My grandmother would be so proud. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to do one more. So, grab another one of these before I get to cutting. Yeah, they're roughly the same size. I was tempted to just put acetate as my top cover, but I just don't think even my 10 mil acetate is strong enough for that. I need to shop around. When I took that class last weekend, I was hoping we would be learning more about the acetate and stuff like that, but those were kits that were already made. Like you buy that journal kit from a company and it's already, you know, ready to go. You just decorate it kind of thing. I was wanting to learn the nitty gritty, if you will. Yvette, hi. How are you? Good morning. All right. Hi, Jean. Hi, Heather. Oh, everyone's waking up. Good morning. Hey, Natasha. Sorry, I need to catch up to you guys. I'm just over here yapping and cutting and, you know, doing my thing. Just doing my thing. So, the virtual craft fair, because now I have more people here. I talked about it a little bit in the beginning. I'm hosting a virtual craft fair on my channel. September 17th is the first one. We're going to have one in mid-October and mid-November. September is the Halloween craft fair. I'm going to have 5 other crafters who can participate. All you have to do is make crafty goodies that you want to sell to other people. You have to have a way for people to shop your crafty goodies, pay for your crafty goodies, and you're responsible for sending them. There is no commission to me. There's no fee to me. All you have is an obligation to me to show up and take care of your customers. That's all I want. I want people to be able to shop with you with confidence, to enjoy whatever you've made that they want, and you send it to them. That's all. It's going to be a live event on my channel. I'm doing Saturdays for obvious reasons. I'm off and can do a Saturday live. I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. I would love to find... I used to be a jewelry maker, you guys, and I could still make jewelry. I have bucket loads of beads and things, and, you know, just like I won't throw away this chipboard, you can guarantee I still have all the beads from when I used to like do metal smithing and everything. And I used to make clay jewelry. I grew up doing ceramics. You know, I just have an appreciation for all the crafty things. So I think it'd be fun to have a jewelry maker join us, but I don't know one. I don't know a jewelry maker with a channel. I want people with a channel because I want others to be able to subscribe and go there. And this is a YouTube virtual craft fair. So I kind of need other YouTubers. I reached out to a girl that I know. I'm on a design team with her that makes soap, but she's not into that. Y'all let me know. We can chat about it right here. I know you do, Dawn. Can you guess what the phone call's about that I want you to call me about today? Yes, exactly. Oh, laminating sheets, Kim. I just love you. Yes, that would be a great idea. And I have a laminator. I have a mink. I could do laminated covers. Oh, well then I guess I have 2 back covers now. I'm not going to pull that out now. But yes, I could totally do that. So now we have a back cover. Let's cover our back cover, shall we? We're going to get real junky and we're going to use some of my Franken paper for this. If I can find it. I think it's in my folder still. Let's see. Yes, y'all. I went to a scrapbook convention and packed for a crop, and I took Franken paper with me. Because that's just how I roll. This looks pretty Halloween-y. Especially, I like all the bright colors because this is a very bright situation. So that'll work. Alrighty. Flip this baby over. Okay. Are you really supposed to cut on glass mats? I don't know. I do. I don't know if I'm really supposed to or not, though. We'll find out. I've had this one less than a week. Oh yeah, that's fine. At least I can get my line started and go back in with my tiny scissors. My tiny Tim scissors. great fussy cutting scissors, right, Kim? All right. That worked. Dr. Shrub bought me this mat for my birthday last weekend. And he bought me a bitty penny ring. I don't have any of my rings on this morning. And then 2 other rings. He's so sweet. He updated my necklace for me. My chain, I woke up one morning and my chain, I don't ever take, I have a necklace that I don't ever take off. And it was laying on my pillow. I was like, well, that's weird. So we had to get a different chain. Alrighty, it's a mystery. That's what it looks like. Fantastic. Okie dokie. Let's use this handy little tool. I guess I'll glue it down first. Shredded wheat, frosted shredded wheat, delicious. All right, I love cereal. I'm like a teenager. 3 o'clock every day, I just want a bowl of cereal. I try to make healthy choices, but then there's Sparkle Heart. And Sparkle Heart runs on glitter and sugar. Sparkle Heart's my daughter. She runs on glitter and sugar, so there are sugary cereals around here. And sometimes at 3 o'clock, my willpower, oh, who am I kidding? My willpower is almost never in full effect. I bought brownies, and I was like, all right, Bitty Penny, you can only have brownies like 1 a day, just like how you would do your kids. I had brownies for breakfast yesterday. I just can't, the moral of the story is I just can't have it here. Okay. This is some thick paper because it's Franken paper. Oh, I love this. I love Franken paper covers, you guys. I made myself a journal with one, and I'm just loving it. Oh, bye everybody. I hope y'all have a good day. Well, I know not everybody's leaving, but it looks like maybe Desiree is out. Desiree, have an awesome day, sweetie. Big love to you. And if anyone else is leaving or has left, big love to you and have an awesome day. Pumpkin bar. What? Tell me more, Vicky. Oh, pumpkin bar. Sounds good. I like pumpkin bread. Look, I grew up being forced to eat Spam. I'll eat just about anything. So I was telling my husband the other day, like, I was so frustrated with the kids because I got up, I made pancakes and sausage, and they're like, don't really like the sausage. I'm like, try eating Spam your whole childhood. You would love sausage. That might have been a little bit of PMS, I'm not sure, but yeah, I just wasn't having it. I'm trying to crease my Franken paper. I tell my kids sometimes, like, no, they're pretty grateful, and they like my cooking, and like, not to toot my own horn, but like, I cook so much variety and different things. Like, they know how good they have it because they've gone back to school and they've hung out in the lunch line, and they're like, oh. It was like the second day, and they were like, Mom, will you just pack our lunch? This is some thick, this paper does not want to get bendy, y'all. It does not want to get bendy on me. This Franken paper is built to last. Okay, this side's getting bendy. That's good. Let's see how this side's doing. Better, better. This side over here must have a few layers. When I'm making Frankenpaper, I'm not thinking, will this bend well on a cover? Okay, double-sided tape. I haven't shown her yet, Natasha. I need to show her. She will love it. I kind of just have to make things for her with that, but I need to make her something and she will love it. She likes journals, so she's had a junk, I made her a junk journal for Christmas one year. It was like 2 years ago. So she was 7 getting a junk journal for Christmas and she was as happy as can be. She's already filled that journal up. She does love my junk journals. She loves to write and color and draw pictures. So if I use that unicorn die, I'll have to put it on a journal, a notebook for her. Oh, Kim, I could totally do that. Cut it flush to the chipboard. Yeah, totally, I could. Like, I think my cinch is going to have a fun time going through this. I didn't do that right. You should do like top and bottom and then side and side, or side and side and top and bottom, but we're not going to worry about that. I love making junk journals because, you know, you shouldn't stress about it. It's a junk journal. But yeah, no, this is going to be thick, Kim, because it's got 2 layers of chipboard, the cereal board. It's got 2 layers of that. It's got this Frankenpaper that's going to be doubled up. Plus, I've got to put another piece of paper over this. So she's going to be thick, sturdy, very sturdy. Oh yeah, Dawn, for sure. I mean, my kids grew up eating, like, they love fresh vegetables and fruit. And to this day, that's still, they always want that. Now, as they're getting older, they'll like eat a salad at lunch and dinner. They'll always eat salad. They'll always eat like carrots and cucumber and bell pepper, all that kind of stuff cut up raw. But because they like all of that, they will not touch like steamed vegetables. They'll have roasted vegetables, but they won't go anywhere near some steamed vegetables. They consider them soggy because they just grew up eating a lot of raw vegetables. And then my daughter likes cheese. My son does not. This wasn't a great print, which is fine. I just, I had it scaled incorrectly. Usually want to scale your image to fit, to get the full image versus fitting your page. It just depends on what you're printing. Let's flip this one over. Ooh. Now, I just have an affinity for Frankenpaper, but that looks good to me. You guys, y'all always send me now Frankenpaper cards, and they just make my heart go pitter-patter. I'm so excited that y'all like Frankenpaper too. It just makes my heart so happy. One day, I literally got like 20 Frankenpaper cards in the mail, and I cried a little. I'm not gonna lie. I just cried a little. It was the most beautiful moment. To know that you guys are using your scraps and making Frankenpaper too. Look, I cut that off. I don't even care. It's okay. It's okay. This seems crooked. It's funny, I don't mind junk journals, but I don't want crooked. I'm not going for crooked. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Just eyeballing everything. The other thing I love about junk journals is I do a lot less measuring and a lot more tearing instead of cutting. And I like tearing paper. There. Bam. We have a back cover. And I'm not worried about this. Let's put my new washi tape on it. I'm going to make my own washi tape, you guys. I've been wanting more like linen and fabric washi tape. I'm just going to make my own because you only get 3 yards, which I guess for some people they might think that's a lot. But for me and the way I get down, I'm going to have to make my own. Oh yeah, sorry. It's Franken paper is exactly what Dawn just said. So let me grab a piece. I just had them. Here we go. You can look at this real quick. So I just take all my scraps and I randomly glue them down. That's even sideways. Okay? So I just randomly glue the scraps down. I'm gluing them on sheets of, and these aren't thick, these are like the thinner side of scrapbook paper that I know I'm not going to use as scrapbook paper, so I had a whole pad that I've been working through and using up. So that's what I glue my scraps on, and that way I love this method because then I have a 12 by 12 sheet of Franken paper when I'm done. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to use your scraps. Okay, this says tape, so that makes me think that it's permanent, but it'll be more permanent if I put my glue on it. Which I always, if I'm making a journal or something, I glue my washi tape down. I make things permanent. But I just wanted to put a little something over that seam. Okay. Yeah, I have a video, I think it came out last week, of Franken paper cards too, if you want to see ways to use them in a card. Oh yeah, that was a printable. That was a printable. I did some journals for a craft fair, an in-person craft fair last year, using that wolf, and it's like a whole winter digital, and it had like different like bunnies and like winter plants and the wolf. Right, Kim? No. There was one time, okay, I have 4 older brothers. There was one time one of them, they're all ornery too. He was kind of mocking whatever my mom had made. And he made a Dorito sandwich. And I thought my dad, who was not ever abusive or anything, but times were just different back then, I thought he was going to explode when my brother sat down at the dinner table with a Dorito sandwich, kind of mocking my mom. I thought he was really going to eat that Dorito sandwich. You know what I mean? Like the looks, the tone that my father had. Woo! He didn't do it again. Let's just say that. I mean, there was nothing happened, but it was just a look. You know, your parents can give you a look and you're like, all right, I know what that look means. This thing is like solid, y'all. Very thick. Nice. I like it. So now we have a back cover. We have our pages. We have acetate. Let's play with the acetate. I told you, y'all might not have known if you're just coming in, but I said this would be a marathon. I just want to show y'all the process. That's all. Okay, so we have this acetate that I cut. I'm going to get my paint out, and I'm going to paint the edges of this acetate. Okay, let me clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, grab my paint. Oh, this color will be fantastic. It's a fancy one. It came in a kit. It's Dilutions. I really like it. I've never bought the fancy paints because I just buy the cheap ones at the box stores that are like 50 cents. The Apple Barrel or Folk Art, you know. But this one came in a kit, and I do like it. It is actually pretty nice. So we'll do this for one of the pieces. I'm just going to go around the edges. I want to edge it so I can actually see it. The last junk journals I made, the Frida ones, I did a lot of painting like this of the edges of the paper. It was so satisfying. It was so nice. I think that is something I will do going forward. Okay, so now our acetate kind of has a fun little border on it. Let me clean this up. Because I'm not going to do both the same color. I have a box full of paint. That's no fun. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember that this is my cleanup sheet. Just going to kind of see what happens when I do this. Yeah, looks like a cleanup sheet. It'll be fine. Okay, that's enough of that. Grab another baby wipe. How many of you work on a glass mat, like at home? Do y'all work, I want to know, do y'all work on self-healing mats? Do you work just on a bare tabletop, or do you work on a glass mat? I wish I could put a poll in here. I'd love to see a poll on that, but I don't know how to do that. And I'm not going to stop crafting to create a fancy little poll. Y'all just have to tell me. She would be so proud of me, wouldn't she? Yeah, you know what? I used to do that before I found Elizabeth, and then when I saw her do it, I was like, yay, I'm not the only one. She's a lot more dedicated to it than I am. I mean, I definitely do it if there is stuff that I can clean up, but she always turns it into something. I don't always turn it into something. I like this dark blue, and sometimes I probably sacrifice more paint than she would. Oh, I need to use this because it still has its label on it, and it's feeling kind of thick. There's no telling how long it's been in there. This is what I normally buy, just inexpensive. It's great for like gel printing, anything I need to do, it works. What I like about this, opposed to this, is this is more opaque. It's thicker. This is more transparent. So I'm going to have to put it on thicker. So you are getting a different product. You know, you're paying more for the dilutions, but you are not just paying more because it's in a different bottle and it has someone's name on it. You're getting a better product. I will tell you that. If opaque is what you want, you know, if transparent is what you want, then pay 50 cents and get the transparent. I'm just putting it on extra thick because I'm wanting it to be more opaque. It'll take longer to dry, but that's okay. Especially it's a little humid here because we had all the storms yesterday. A little humid. It's a lot humid. I need a little more. Okay, we have another bordered page. I got a little messy. Let me try to clean that up because I really don't want that. See, Elizabeth wouldn't do this, but I've got to clean off my acetate. All right. Most of that was dry already anyways. I'm going to clean my acetate with a dirty baby wipe. Oh, it's just a comedy hanging out with me. All right. That one's on that side. Okay. Got it clean. There it is. So now we have 2 bordered pieces of acetate. It's going to be so fun to like layer elements on here, and then for whoever gets these journals, for them to layer elements. So I'm not going to put too much of my own stuff on these because I want whoever gets these to be able to do that. Tamra, good morning. How are you? I have silent viewers here. Silent viewers, hello. I hope y'all are doing good too. All right, just cleaning up my space a little bit. I need to set this down. This is gonna have to dry. Let's figure out what's next. I keep these for junk journals. Okay. What's next? What's next? Let me look and see. We will figure it out. I have to find my paper. There it is. I literally have piles like a foot high around me right now. I've got to clean my space. I can cinch these, but do you want to? Should we cinch it up? So here's the thing. Is how I'm going to cinch this and where things are going to line up. I will have to double check my pages and make sure. Guys, we pretty much made this album together, so if y'all are just popping in and you want to see more, you'll have to go back because we just finished making this back cover, which is super sturdy, with Franken paper, and we put these pages together. So the pages started out like these, like this right here, and then we used my scraps and stamped and Distress Oxide sprayed them because I want to bind these with my cinch and I want it to go through here and not here. Okay, so all of this has been done this morning. If y'all are interested in wanting to remake this, you'll just have to go back and catch that. I've already been on here an hour and a half. Wow. A marathon indeed. Okay. I want to laminate the cover. Thanks, Kim. I want to laminate the cover because I want it to be like acetate. And then I think when I do it, I'm not actually going to put anything in the cover. I'm just going to leave it clear because I'm wanting like clear acetate to play with. I have these tags. Oh, I thought this kit had pockets and stuff. I thought it did. I don't see pockets. I wonder if I didn't print the pockets. I kind of want to put pockets here. All right, let's decorate some pages, okay? I have these cute tags, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to back these tags and then I'm going to punch holes in them, and these tags are going to hang with this pretty ribbon that I got, okay, from Joann's. So I'm going to run this through my tags and hang them from these loops. So these are going to be hanging throughout the little mini album. Okay. It's really like mini album / junk journal. Let's decorate a little. Let's grab some ephemera. Voila. I've got a box full. And let's decorate some pages. With my ephemera, because I did this on purpose, I made this really sturdy backboard wider so some can hang off and do different things. All right, the other thing for those who are just joining is when you flip through this journal, it's going to go ink blended, lined paper, decorative paper, all the way. Okay. So these pages are so cute already. I just don't really feel like I need to do much to them. If anything, I might add like enamel dots or something. But also, whoever gets this journal, I want them to do what they want. I've got to leave them space to play. But I just want to go through and add some cute ephemera. And I think when I do like this piece, we're just going to put it down. We're not going to overthink this, you guys. I'm only going to glue it like here and here so it can be a tuck spot. So if they want to add a picture or something to this page, they can just tuck it behind and make it all look like it was planned that way the whole time. So I'm going to be real cautious and think of that as I'm gluing these pieces down. I want some of my pieces up at the top. What do we got? Oh, we got a bat. I like my bats to fly upside down, like when they're coming out of the cave. Oh, there's a little ghost. They can be up at the top. Oh, I just love this ephemera so much, you guys. Oh, if we had like a spider, I'm going to pull out some stuff that can go at the top. This could really go at the top. That. My flowers. There's a ton of flowers in this ephemera pack. Those could all go anywhere. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to put numbers or let other people number it as they go, but like this is an October daily, so typically there would be numbers. Let's see, another bat. I told you guys, whoever was here yesterday, about all the watercolor cats. These wouldn't even have to be used just for Halloween. You could use these any time of year, in my opinion. Look at this little cutie. Oh, there's another ghost. Oh, with a witch's cauldron. That's cute. Oh, this ephemera, you guys. It's just so amazing. I'm like, I should be digging through it with you. It's just awesome. I love all the hats, all the things. Cute little kitty. See, this is not just Halloween. And they're like watercolored. Oh, so awesome. Tsunami Rose always does like these mason jar things for different themes, and I'm a sucker for them every time. I love her mason jars. These are the only thing in here that didn't come in this kit. They came in the big kit. They didn't come in the little the ephemera fussy cut clip art kit. I did not fussy cut these. My brother Scan and Cut did that for me. Look at this. Like, so cute. I love it. Love the pie. That could transition straight into Thanksgiving. This would be a cute like book plate for the front cover. On the back side of the front cover, they could put like the year, like October 2022 or something. That would be a great. A witch's broom can definitely be in the sky. All right. I think I have enough sky pieces now. I'll just do, now I want to grab some of these real cute ones to put down at the bottom, because she has these that are like already collaged, like this and this. These are already done for us. Like, I love this piece. This one. Oh, look at that chubby cat. I love fat cats. So fabulous. Oh, I want some of these flowers too. Oh, I like this one a lot too. All right, let me grab some flowers. Oh, I really, I'll keep going. Oh, and I really do like this one too. That just looks pretty magical. I have some Tim Holtz Halloween dies that I didn't even use last year. I'm like debating, like, do I use them? Do I destash them? I don't know. But if I did decide to use them, this would be the perfect project. What am I? I'm looking for flowers. Like, what am I looking for? I'm looking for flowers. Aw. Boo. A little boo sign. So cute. All right. There's a flower. Oh, cute. Okay. I think that's enough for this journal. You know what's fabulous is I only printed these ephemera pieces one time. So this is, everything you see here is what you get just printing your file one time. And so I can print it as many times as I want. Again, I'm just gonna glue this like down at the bottom, and I do think I'll glue it along this side, okay, so that somebody can tuck behind it. And the little bat, I'm just gonna glue his butt. Okay, so these pages are going to come together super cute and quick. It's easy when you have so much to work with, right? And I don't have to put ephemera on every page, but like, why not? I like this broomstick up here. And I could be thinking about the coordination, like flowers are going to flip and you'll see flowers. So definitely, you know, I could be thinking about that as I go. Yes, you do. But if you have a brother Scan and Cut, it only took 2 minutes per page to cut these. And she already puts the cut lines. If you don't have a brother Scan and Cut, the good news is she already has the cut lines. So it makes fussy cutting easier. I think we're going to do this down here. So you know, I just spent some time, and we'll put pumpkins on or something. Let's find a cute motif. Okay, flowers over here. Oh, that cat. Oh, I like this one. Let's do this one. Okay, so I'm just going to glue the bottom and up this side. And that way things stay in. We don't want them falling out if they try to tuck something in. But the reason I chose this size, you guys, for these little October dailies is because they can put a 4x6 photo in here. See? So this is 4 inches. Okay, so right here, this is 4 inches. And this is 6 inches. So they'll easily be able to put like a whole photograph on here if they want to. And because I'm gluing this down like this, they can tuck it behind if you so choose. Okay, this one already kind of has motifs, so let's just put, I love this ghost. Let's put this little ghost up here for this page. I printed this on one of my favorite cardstocks. In fact, I'm going to try to go to Kinko's today to get more. I need to call them because it's kind of a drive for me, and I don't want to drive over there and come back empty-handed. So I have to call them first. But let me show you real quick. Don't buy it on Amazon. It's too much. Oh, it's from Spring Hill Digital. I don't have the label, but it's called 110-pound index cardstock. My printer loves it. I love it. You can watercolor on it. I've watercolored on it since 2017. I love that cardstock so much, and I only have this teensy-weensy bit left, but which for me, that's a teensy-weensy. I can blow through that so quickly. But I absolutely love it, and I like printing my ephemera on it. I kind of like doing everything with it. Oh, this will be cute. Like this up in this corner. I'm trying to get this all in frame for y'all. Like this will be in that corner. This will be down in the lower corner. So cute. Okay, so this one I'm going to glue on this side and up to the top, and maybe just a little bit there. Because as I flip it over, that means the glue is just going to be on this outer edge, keeping the piece tacked down and giving them an opportunity to tuck over here. This is coming together. What do y'all think? Is anyone inspired to make one? How much does it cost? Oh, right, Ramona. Thank you. And hi. It used to be, before pandemic pricing, the cardstock used to be like $6 a ream. And it's $18 on Amazon. I looked last night because I was like, if it's even 10, I'll buy it because it's my favorite. And I don't want to drive over there if I don't have to. I'd rather be in my craft room crafting. But it was $18 on Amazon last night. So I was like, nope, I could get 3 reams for that. So that's a no-brainer. I'll be driving. Hobby Lobby's over there too, and I kind of want to go to Hobby Lobby. I use Sterilite plastic drawers. You guys, they're not fancy. My craft room is not fancy. It's amazing. It's filled to the brim. I'm grateful. I love it, but it's not a Cadillac, y'all. I like drive, not a Cadillac of a craft room. Anyway, so I have like these little Sterilite drawers that keep my ink in. Last time I was at Hobby Lobby, they had bigger ones, like wider. And I kind of need wider because, see, I can only do 3 distress oxides. These don't really fit, and they kind of pop up. I can only put really 1 back there and then close properly. So I just need it to be ever so bigger to hold my inks. And I'm actually going to destash some inks, you guys. I'm going to destash my Lawn Fawn and my Favorite Things inks. So, just so you know, I was trying to decide if I do that during the craft fair or if I might just do it before the craft fair happens. Because really, I want the craft fair to be handmade goodies, you know. So I might just destash them before then, but I'm going to destash those because now I have, you know, my Distress Oxides, which are tried and true. I love them so much. I don't have all the colors because Tem just keeps releasing colors and I just don't have them all, but I have a lot. I have most of the colors. And then I was gifted the scrapbook.com full collection of ink pads. I've been trying them. I've been loving those too. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and have 2 kinds of ink. I do have Catherine Pullers. I can't decide if I'm going to destash those. I think I'm going to keep them. I don't have like all the Catherine Pullers. That would be ridiculous to have all that different ink. I'm looking at it right now. I have 10 Catherine Pullers, so I might just keep those. This page, I want to put something on this page down here. But yeah, I even have the refills for the Lawn Fawn and my favorite things, so I'll be selling the ink pads with the refills. So somebody will have a nice little start to a collection if they need it. They're gently used, like barely ever, which is why I'm getting rid of them. I just don't need all the things. I just need the things that I love the most. I've been trying to decide what else. I might be destashing even more. Sometimes I destash things and then people buy the things and I go to send them things and I'm like, man, I kind of don't want to sell this now. So that's why, if anybody's wondering why I slowed down my destashes, because I kind of got to where I was like, I don't really want to sell that, but I have to because they bought it. So I've kind of slowed it down a little bit. You buy the minis. You're using shoeboxes in your dining room. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know what? I love crafting like in the living room, in the dining room, because I want to be with my family. So like last night when I was making these pages, I did it at the dining room table. And that's when Sparkle Heart was like, hey, what you doing? Oh, I want to do that with you, which I would so much rather. She ink blended these, so y'all get some Sparkle Heart in these. I kind of like that these are matchy-matchy. I'm going to go for it. But yeah, I like to be with my family. I like to be around my family and be with my family. So if I craft out in the living room or the dining room, then I feel like I get the best of both worlds. Some pumpkins. I'll put another motif down here. Let's see. Let's change it up. Let's do some this. I was going to sell these for $20 each. Then it's like the more work you put in them. Like we've been only working on one and I've been on here an hour and 19 minutes. Might have to sell them for a little more. You know, really, I know you can't get your time back when you're selling crafty stuff. You don't ever get your time back, but I do like this matchy-matchy, but you know, I just try to get a little bit to justify the time spent. I think I'm gonna add some flowers up here. I want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm only gonna glue the flowers up the very top I'm not worried about it. My glue is super duper strong. It's made for making books. It's made for binding books. This stuff, like, once it's stuck, there's no turning back. Doesn't matter how humid it is. Let's make this back page like super fun, shall we? I was going to make my own motif. Well, we'll definitely use the October 31st because this is the last page. So we'll use that. I think I'm going to let people number their own pages in these because they might not go in order. They might be like me. You might only, if I had an October daily, I might not journal every single day. I might journal like once a week and do a few days at a time. And so it might be nice to not have dates already set for you. I kind of like this, so we'll just go with this. What happens if we add some flowers? Okay. Super cute. I just sat on a box of ephemera because I have it in my chair. There's nowhere else to put it. All right. I'm gonna glue just this one side of the ghost. People can still tuck. I'm gonna put that little guy right there. I'm only gonna glue the tips of his wings. There we go. This needs to be glued down. Oh, used to keep a photograph. Let me see if I have one. Oh yeah. It's going to be sideways, but this is one of my favorite pictures of my family. Everybody making silly faces. I love them so much. But I just wanted to show what I mean by everybody can still tuck. So this is a 4x6. This is still wet and I don't want to stick. I don't want to get my favorite picture like all sticky. But they'll be able, even if they had to trim it down, they'll be able to tuck these photographs into the pages. Some of them they might have to trim down. See? That'll be so fun. Or they can journal on these pages and put the photographs on these pages, you know? And you can always trim, you could always trim just the part you want from a photograph. Okay. That's done. I kind of want to sew, but I'm not going to do that during a live. Doing housework. Oh my gosh, Cordelia, what are you doing being so domestic so early in the morning? How are you? Hey, WJ. Well, housework, no. I know, right? Oh, thanks, Debbie. This is an amazing kit. We've just been hanging out here since before the sunrise. The sun has come up outside, I can see. Making this journal. Hey, let's check on our acetate. Let's see if it's dry yet. I don't think so. Almost. We've got these acetate pieces we're going to put in our journal. That one and this one. This one's definitely not dry yet. So later. Those are a later thing. They're ready. Just to show you. I'm going to, thanks to Kim in Alaska, I'm going to laminate a front cover to go on this. This is an October daily. We've used my Franken paper and cereal box to make a super strong back cover. We've done all kinds of things. So basically between today's live and yesterday's live, you'll know how to make one of these. I think that's about it, you guys. I mean, I'm going to punch holes. I'm going to back these, punch holes in them, and they will hang with this real thin ribbon from the coil. That'll be fun. These will just be kind of dangling like spiders on a web. I want to add die cuts and things too. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right now. You know what? I have this cleanup sheet that we've been cleaning up with all morning off my board, my glass mat. I think we'll just back these tags with that paper. So let me move this. Grab a glue stick. I have these fancy glue sticks. Like junk journalers love this brand. I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not like 100% sold on it. I actually, I threw it away yesterday. I should have kept it. My kids, we went to this back to school rally and they gave them like some school supplies. And they got glue sticks, and they got more glue sticks than they needed, so you can guess who got a glue stick out of the deal. That would be me. I was super stoked. I used it yesterday. I loved it. It's from, I need to pull it out of my trash can. Luckily, only paper, only craft supplies, no food go in my trash. Business Source. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to look these people up. This is an awesome glue stick, you guys. I used it up. That's the thing about glue sticks is, I kind of hate, you know, using things that have like plastic that it's like, that goes in a landfill. Like, I wish I could just buy like a big vat of this kind of glue somehow and apply it. Because when you're making a journal like this, you could probably go through like easily 5 glue sticks. Okay. Anyways, I can't help but think of things like that. So I'm just backing these tags with this scrap paper, our cleanup paper from this morning. But yeah, this is a good brand. I mean, lots of people swear by this brand. This is Hoo Hoo. It's just not rocking my socks off. It's not like, oh, I'm never using another glue stick. It's just not that great. Internet in. It's not strong enough to go through the door, evidently. I have to welcome the internet in. Welcome, internet. Come into my room, please. Oh, goodness. Hopefully I'm back and y'all are still here. I'm here. Sorry. My internet needs like a formal invitation into my craft room. I have to like formally invite it in and say, come on in, internet. Let me open the door for you. It doesn't have hands, so it can't go through the door. I have to open the door for the internet. Yes, my internet is not behaving well. Okay, that's okay because we're almost done here. Anyway, so these tags are backed. I love them. They're so super cute. We'll just punch holes in them. And I think we're done. I think we've done what we can do in a live video on these journals. Reaching. I have a pile of tools over there. Okay. Oh, Oh, vampires have to be invited. Yes, my internet is a vampire. It's very elusive. That's for sure. And sometimes it sucks. Sorry. I can't help myself. All right. I want to try a different company, but we are locked into only one option, and it's like for our whole city, it's ridiculous. It's a monopoly. Thought that was illegal. Okay. You guys, we've come so far. I hope you're all feeling inspired to make something today, to get crafty. Yes, Spectrum is the one I'm stuck with, Debbie. So they have a running monopoly in Florida too. Awesome. So good to hear. Yes, see? On the crocodile. Ooh. I used this size, so 1/8. And the other one's 3/16. Yeah, 1/8. All right. And this yarn is 1/8 by 10 yards. So they should be friends. How many of these do I have? Okay. Oh, Debbie, while you're here, it cracked me up that you were playing Overcooked. We play Overcooked. I just loved it when I saw that you were playing Overcooked. It's like, oh my gosh, that's our game. It is so challenging. We're still in Overcooked 1, and we're like just stuck. We're stuck in space making like burgers. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to decide how I want to tie these on. I think I'm going to put both ends through. I saw you were making sushi. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for sushi and Overcooked. I have done rice. I think it was like rice and chicken or something. Okay, this is giving me a hard time. Burning down the restaurant. Yes. Well, watching you play, I didn't watch for too long because I was kind of on the run, but I was like, wait, Debbie's playing Overcooked? I saw you like, because I tried playing by myself one time, and you've got to be able to like zoom between the people, and I didn't know how to zoom between the people, but you were seeming to do that. So that kind of opened my eyes to that possibility. We love the Nintendo Switch. We have a lot of fun. There's so many, like, we've always liked cooperative games, like games where you work as a team and play towards the same goal. I've always been a big Mario fan, like, not just like of Mario, but all the Mario games, Mario Kart, all of it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm the worst gamer in the house. I'll tell you that. Everybody's handicapped if they're on my team because I'm a crafter. I'm not a gamer, but it's a lot of fun. And it gives me a chance to be, you know, with my kids and connected with them and their interests and playing and having a good time. And I've always loved games. We have like a ton of board games. I like board games, card games, puzzles. I love all that stuff. We have tags. All right, guys, if you love this kit, go check it out, tsunamiRose.net. I will link it after this live is over. I don't have affiliates for Tsunami, but like if you go check out, just say Bitty Penny sent me, and then she'll know I'm not wasted space on her design team. She doesn't think that. She's a sweetheart. And you guys, being a part of her design team is one of like my dreams come true. So I was telling Dr. Shrub the other night, I need to start dreaming bigger because a couple of my dreams have come true. So, you know, I've just always loved her products, and I like her a lot. I like Daisy, and so I always wanted to be on her design team. And I got an opportunity, and it's just awesome. It's literally a dream come true. And, you know, some of this stuff I buy, like, I mean, I buy this with my own money. I don't have affiliate links. I just want to use it. I think you'll like it, and so that's why I share it with you. Same thing with Not Too Shabby. Same thing with Scrappy Tails. I'm not doing Scrappy Tails right now, but same thing with Scrappy Tails. All right, burn my edges. I don't like it fraying. We have tags. Oh, that's sweet, Cordelia. It is awesome to be on a design team for one of your favorite companies. It's a huge honor. And for me, you know, it's not like I don't make money off of being on a Tsunami Rose design team. It's not about the money. It's about the opportunity to be on a team with others who are like-minded, to be inspired, to have the opportunity to play with the things that I like, and to have the opportunity to help others find Tsunami Rose and find Not Too Shabby, because one of the things for me is I like small women-owned businesses, and I can tell you with both of those businesses that, you know, you're dealing directly with the owner. They're just small, really small businesses, and when you spend your money at Not Too Shabby or at TsunamiRose.net, you are directly affecting a family in a positive way, and I like that. And I like women owned. I cut all these off because I wanted to tie little bows around these. And the other thing that's a mandatory thing for me is I have to know that you'll get good customer service. Like if I send you somewhere and I say, oh, go check out this product, oh, go shop with whoever, I have to know firsthand that you're going to be treated right. Because I don't want to send you somewhere if you're not going to be taken care of. That's really important to me. And I know that you will with these ladies. Yay, I like them with the little bows. It's fussy. It's a fussy thing, but it's worth it. It's going to be hot in Maine. It's probably going to be steaming down here in Texas because we had rain the last 2 days, which we needed so badly. And then it's going to be just hot and steamy. I should probably get out and run my errands early. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Alrighty then, you guys. I'm probably about to sign off. Y'all don't want to watch me fold and tie these fussy little bows, but they're worth it. Sometimes we have to do these fussy little things because they're just cute. They're worth it. Okay. last one I'm going to tie here with you guys. I like to reinforce my bows with some glue. I just put a little glue in on the folds so it doesn't come untied. Especially like this real silky satin ribbon. So I'll put that glue on there and let that dry, and then it's going nowhere. But oh, I love the bow with the black. So sweet. And then of course, okay, I said I was gonna let y'all go, but I mean, I need to show you all the things. We can edge this, you know, you can do it with ink. You can do it with paint and your finger. Probably do it before you put your bow on, but just come on these and edge these out. I kind of like using the paint. That's what I really enjoyed about my Frida junk journals. I still have 2 in my shop, if anybody's wondering. But I had so much fun just painting the edges of my paper when I made those journals versus ink blending. I mean, I have no problem ink blending around them. But it's kind of fun to just get your finger, I like to get my fingers in paint and just paint the edges. There, now that's a finished tag. Unless I go back and add enamel dots. Oh, yes, of course, Dawn. Thanks for blessing me with your presents. I love all y'all so much. They would make good bookmarks, Debbie. Oh, my mom is making the coolest bookmarks for my craft fair. My mom crochets. And for my Halloween craft fair, she's going to have a couple of Harry Potter items in my virtual booth. To go along with this stuff, so I'm so excited about that. But she's making some really cool crocheted bookmarks. It's cool. I love that we get to combine forces. I know, I'm glad you got to catch me too, and that I got to see you. I hope you guys are doing so well. I hope you have a crafty weekend. Go make something. These kits are so much fun. I mean, they're so decorated. They're so pretty. Did y'all see the card I made yesterday with the kit? I just made it real quick before we dashed off to Craft Roulette, but I made this card yesterday with the same kit, you know, with my pre-cut ephemera. I embossed this paper in the background. This color is so pretty. And I used a little washi tape and just stuck some ephemera, but these printables, you guys, like easy card making. So easy. I know what I need to do. I need to do a card making session, mass production style, because these just make it so easy. I mean, this is a card right here. These like bingo, and they're the perfect size. And of course you can resize them. I love these. See, I need some pockets in these little things. That's what I'll be figuring out. This is a card. These are cards. Like, so fun. More tags. These tickets. So I want to make some pockets for these pages. A couple of pages. I want to find a way to put some pockets. Ooh, maybe some acetate pockets. Ooh, remember those scraps? I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. But remember these scraps we had? We could do like an acetate belly band. Oh, the ideas are just coming to me, so I'll have to share them with you later when I have it all made. Anyways. Oh, okay, Debbie. Yeah, totally. I'll hit you up on Messenger. Or I might just call you because I like to do that too. But yeah, acetate, like belly band or pocket. And then, oh, yes. Yes, yes. Then we have no scraps left behind. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know it's been a long one. This is the longest live I've ever had. But you know what? Junk journalers do long lives all the time. So I just told myself, just have fun. It'll be a marathon. It'll be okay. People can come and go. They'll catch what they can. I love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a really good day. Next week, I don't know what's coming up on my channel next week. I haven't made those videos yet, but there will be something. It'll be crafty. Hopefully it'll be fun, and we'll all have a good time. Love you guys so much. Ignore my channel today when you see that I'm live again after the 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just ignore that. I'm really not live. I'm really not crafting. I'm testing things on my channel, okay? So don't worry about that. All right, you guys. I will catch you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.